I'm Wayne Zeeser, and this is my wife Julie. We're from Washington, Iowa. We're here with the tall corn replica that I built. It is a replica of the actual 31-foot, 7/8 inch tall corn stalk that Julie's dad grew in 1946.
Don Rada was simply known around the world as the Tall Corn King. His inspiration was a couple of tough-talking Kansas farmers at the 1937 Iowa State Fair.
So later that day, Don went home to his own field and went out and measured taller stalks in his own field than the Kansas farmers had won with. So right then and there, he decided he was going to enter the tall corn contest. So in 1938, he came back and placed third that year. So went back with a little bit more determination, come back in 39 and won it, and won every year since then that he entered.
His tall tales ended up in publications around the world, and the legend grew.
And it got into the Ripley's, believe it or not. He was in the Guinness Book of World Records, Britannica Encyclopedia, the Life magazine, the September 1939 issue, San Francisco Chronicle, L.M. Boyd's columns. So they talked about Don Rada and the Tall Corn King, but my mother and I still to this day will respond to newspapers and articles telling people that he'd not only raised tall corn, but he also was a master corn grower, and the yields that he had in all the years.
The replica is in a temporary spot for this year's fair, here in the Ag Building, the place where inspiration struck Rada. The family calls it a fitting location for the metal structure. Now the family keeps his story alive through sharing tips and a few tricks.
Supporting it with a structure, you know, guy wires, and that was important, so the wind wouldn't harm it. The tassels, or the burlap hoop covering the tassel, was one of his secrets, to shade it so it was continually seeking sunlight. And he was using commercial fertilizers, what fertilizers were available at that time. But we know that he's got secrets that we're not gonna, I guess, disclose.
He never wrote anything down, so we haven't found anything, except this one big secret.
At this year's Tall Corn contest, the old and new guard met. Clarence Anderson of Brighton has won this competition 17 years straight. He finally got to meet a Rada, just not the one he always wanted.
One thing I regret in life, I didn't meet your dad.
Really? Yeah, he died too young, too soon.
I saw him standing up that step ladder.
Yeah, we have that picture with us today.
And I thought that was living dangerous. Every time I see something about Don Rada, I cut it out.
They swapped stories, and even with Clarence wanting to see if any of the Rada magic seed was available.
We do have some seed. It's just a little Tupperware full, but we do have some seed.
Probably not too viable.
Yeah, I don't think it would germinate.
Oh, no, that's okay.
We don't always have this kind of participation. So this is exciting for us here at Pioneer Hall to have that this year.
Last year I saw it on IPTV. I think there was 5 gentlemen that entered the contest, and they were all up there in years. So I thought, well, maybe time for a younger person to try it.
We came to the big corn contest, didn't we? Yeah, tall corn contest. This is our first year entering, so we thought we'd give it a shot, and apparently Sam did pretty well, so I was kind of skeptical after a cold July, and it just didn't want to grow, and the last, say, 5 days it even grew some, so yeah, we got lucky.
My father-in-law is a corn farmer, and he recommended I had some horse manure on our property. We also use skim milk and then liquid nitrogen as well. So that all worked really well.
We tried to keep it warm, we tried to keep it watered, and we tried to keep it fertilized, and you know, we'd go out and pick it up when it got blown over, and really other than that, no.
So proud. It looks like we have a lot of children involved this year, and I'm so proud of you that worked hard at getting your corn to grow nice and tall. Second place, Sam Armstrong. Yay, Sam! Our first place winner with 16 feet 4 inches goes to Clarence Anderson.
And I know that Clarence really enjoyed seeing that, because he is really dedicated to it, probably like her dad was back in those days.
Well, they like to see competition. Iowa will always be the tall corn state.